Why I quit mowing lawns completely and just dumped lawn care and went all in on landscaping. I can't believe I'm making this video because a lot of people cut grass, and if you have route density and you really dialed your prices in and you can boom, 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 you can make really good money cutting grass. For me, I cut grass my whole life, 15 years. I was a foreman for different landscaping companies. I learned a lot. And when I started my own landscaping business, of course, I went in by doing cutting grass, maintenance, shrub trimming, garden beds, mulch, all that, and lawn care. The middle of the second year of my landscaping business, it was raining like crazy. My phone was ringing off the hook. I was stressed out, and I was cutting grass. Basically, 40 is the new 20, right? Back then, my prices were still too low, but I was charging $20-$25 to cut small lawns, and now it should be 40 to 50, right? And if you're charging less than that, I don't even see how it's just not gonna work. But for me, middle of the second year, I'm cutting grass and juggling landscaping projects because I thought I needed to cut grass. That's your bread and butter money. That's what lawn care guys will tell you. It's consistent, it's predictable, it keeps coming. Well, actually, it's something that was just gobbling up all my time and making me such little profit margin that I crunched the numbers in the middle of, it was raining like crazy, phones ringing off the hook, customers are upset with me, and I'm trying my hardest, things I can't control. And I sat down in the middle of that chaos, and I crunched all the math, and the math said, not my emotions, but the math said, if I continue to do this, I will lose my place. If the motor blows up in this truck, I won't be able to fix it. This is actually the riskiest thing of all. If I actually don't dump this lawn care thing and go all in on landscaping, I won't have a business in 3 months. And how am I going to say that to my fiance, which is my wife now? So I called up a lawn care guy I knew, gave him all my lawns. And people were like, why didn't you sell them? Why didn't you subcontract? There wasn't even enough meat on the bone. I was like, you want these, bro? You can have all these, because I don't even have time to even try to sell them, right? I had to get moving. So I dumped the lawn care immediately, and I was out. And I didn't even try to keep any lawns. I went all in on landscaping, and instantly, because the fear is, what if I can't get landscaping jobs? Well, if you know how to market and advertise and talk to customers and hustle, you know what I learned? There's so many lawn care guys out there. It's so many properties and so many customers that need their shrubs trimmed, their ornamental trees trimmed, they need their garden beds maintenance, weeds pulled, they need things planted and replaced, they need installs, garden beds edged, they need mulch, decorative stone. I was like, wait a second. Oh my gosh. It's like a secret. All these lawn care guys are so busy cutting the grass and fighting over the lawns at a race to the bottom. This is just me speaking from my business, because you can make good money if you have route density and you really get the plane off the runway and you get your pricing dialed in cutting grass. But for me, I didn't have the time for that, right? I needed more money now. I learned how to get really good at selling and good at marketing and advertising and getting my phone to ring off the hook. I learned how to sell to customers and clients, do walk-ups, knock on doors, everything. And I was able to, and I said, wait a second. You can, listen to this, you can cut a lawn in 20 minutes. If you sell for $30, if you sell a $3,000 landscaping job, that takes you, let's just be fair to say it takes you 2 days, right? That's $1,500 per day. So we got 2 days. How many lawns can you cut in 2 days? Dude, I worked for this lawn care company once. We were cutting up to 30 small lawns, 38 lawns a day. It was insane, bro. It was nonstop. Let's say you can cut 20 lawns in a day. 2 days, you can cut 40 lawns. 40 lawns. Or you could just do one job for $3,000 and it takes you 2 days. One customer, communication, one transaction, $3,000. Way bigger average ticket price. So our average ticket price job went from $312.50 to now, it took years, but it's $1,649.50. Way higher profit margins. So you could be like, I'm not making any money. I'm only making a 30% profit at the end of everything. Hopefully you're making a lot more than that, at least a 50%. But what I'm saying is, people that make more money are making the same profit margin that you are, per every $100. They're just doing way bigger ticket jobs. So if you do $1,000 job, you get a 30% profit margin. You made $300 pure net profit. Right? If you do a little tiny $100 job, you only made $30, and you still have all the fixed costs of the insurance, the truck, taxes, communicating with the customer, your time being sucked up. So here's what I mean. What is the fastest path to cash? It's to do bigger ticket jobs. So even then, on a very small level, I was like, I could do these garden bed jobs for $700, $800, $900, $1,000, and I can go make $300 a day. This was back then when I started my business. Now it's more like you got to make like $700 a day pure profit to make everything work. At the end of everything, but so I got very good at selling, and here's my point. Imagine you sell a job that takes you 5 days to get done. Blump. That's one big rock on your. That's a 25% of the entire month. Let's say the whole month of like September was just one job that you sold for, I don't know, let's just say 10 grand. Like $2,000 per day across 5 days of work. Took you a week, you and a couple guys or something. You could probably do it faster. But boom, that's a big rock that just ate up and blocked off a week of your calendar. Now that you have bigger jobs that take longer, you can relax, because it's like taking a 10-speed bike and going from first gear where you're running with like with your hair on fire and your hair's on fire, like a chicken with your head cut off, right? And you're like trying to fill up this like funnel with these little tiny pebbles, and they just keep falling through. It's pure anxiety. But imagine if it was bigger rocks. There are people that do jobs that's $25,000 minimum just to do the job. There's people that do remodeling. They put an addition on your house. It's like $65,000, $85,000. And now they're there for like, 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. And it's like, boom. Now, if you focus on higher ticket jobs, you don't have to transition immediately. But if you just think about it and say, you know what? I want to do higher ticket jobs. If you don't know how to do it, you just work your way up to that point. Boom. It blocks off your calendar. Now you can relax. You're like, I don't have to run around and do all this crazy stuff, because we have this one job that's $3,000. And now there's more profit margin, which means now you can hire employees, teach them what to do, and you can leave the job. They got plenty of work to do. And now you can go sell more higher ticket jobs. Boom. Now your calendar, you just sold one for $2,500, $7,500, $10,000. You just sold a job for $12,000. You just sold a job. I noticed that the sweet spot for us is like, I don't know, about $10,000. There's a sweet spot in there where you can get in. It's not complex. And a bigger job is really just smaller jobs grouped together into one bigger job. So you get good at planning. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the week, instead of you making like $800 or something running around cutting grass profit, you make like $3,000-$4,000 pure net profit at the end of the week, and you can afford to run a legitimate business. It's just a different model, right? I talk about all this stuff in my High Profit Landscape Secrets course. I'll put a link in the description below. I have a few different courses. I'm very passionate about teaching and sharing what I've learned over a lot of pain and suffering throughout the years. My first one is it's the Landscaping Starter Bundle course that actually comes with the High Profit Secrets. It's an entire bundle. You can I'll put a link in the description below. Check it out. If it's right for you and you like it, you can dive in and get specific information of how to increase your average ticket, how to close more jobs at higher prices, how to level up your landscaping business and make more money, basically. So anyways, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your journey. That was a lot, but I quit lawn care and I went all in on landscaping. And there's so much landscaping work out there that lawn care guys don't have time to do. It's tons of work. You can break your way through in by offering maintenance, property maintenance, right? And then, or if you have tons of lawn care where it's profitable enough to hire someone to just do it, you can launch a second crew that's a maintenance crew. You get what I'm saying? So think it's like a 360 deal. All right, I'll put a link in the description below. I'm Keith Kelfis. God bless you. Out.